Sometimes I wake up and I feel like that I'm dreaming. A nigga made it out the mud, I can't believe it. I know a couple niggas wanna see me bleeding. Shots fired, man down, I ain't breathing. But I told them pussy niggas catch me when they see me. And I got a bad little.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Key. Thank you for kicking with me. This is your full moon eclipse in Scorpio, which is the lunar eclipse this we have tomorrow. Energy update reading for you guys. So this lunar eclipse is like, it's so powerful that you can't fight this change that is happening, okay? Not only is this lunar eclipse a full moon, which, you know, full moons are all about things completing, reaching its peak, you know, time to close out. And it's in Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which is the planet of death and rebirth, endings, transitions, transformations. And like I said, Scorpio also rules intuition. So things internally are shifting in us. We also have Mercury in retrograde in Taurus. We have Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius. When I say this is a huge rebirth for the collective, not just for the collective, but also fixed placements, which are Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, and Leo. So if you have those placements in your big three, you're going through it, okay? But like I said, this is a huge rebirth energy, but it's also a completion of old cycles. One thing, like I said, I always say this because fixed placements, y'all, I'm sorry, y'all hate when I say this, but y'all do have a hard time with change. 1, 2, 3 when I say this. But it's like this change that you guys are getting forced to make as a collective. It starts internally. It's like you guys are finally accepting the things that have to be let go of, okay? And this energy is telling that. So let's get into it. With your guys' overall energy for this full moon, full moon in Scorpio is full moon in Aries. Cool your emotions. So right now, a lot of you guys can be very superly charged right now emotionally. A lot of things that you have been subconsciously suppressing or you've been holding on to are coming up, especially if you have Scorpio placements. I did a video 11 months ago with the full moon in Scorpio we had 11 months ago. I feel like that cycle is coming back up for those Scorpio placements. But with Scorpio placements, they feel things very intensely, and sometimes it's so intense that they don't even know how to process it or express themselves. So I feel like right now that's what the collective is going through. You guys could be in a point where you want to argue, or you are in this energy where you got some things you want to say and get off your chest, but Spirit is saying you have to cool your emotions, step outside of yourself, take a couple steps back, sit and process those emotions and ask where it's coming from. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with your sacral and your root chakra. Things that you self-sacrifice for, things that you overgive to, things that made you question your stability and security. And like I said, this has to do with sacral. It has to do with your emotions. So a lot of you, this is emotional stuff that you have been holding on to that has been affecting your root chakra, but has caused you to second guess yourself, what made you feel like you might be able to provide for yourself with this red and orange energy. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you're in this energy where you feel like you have to fight. And Spirit is bringing that up for a lot of you guys' attention so you guys can finally release that emotional baggage that you have been carrying, especially with the overall energy is detoxify. Full moon in Taurus, we have all full moon energy. This is all about energy coming incomplete. A lot of you, this energy, this lunar eclipse is clearing out not just stuff internally, but it's going to help you guys clear out this stuff internally so you can remove 333 when I say this, so you can finally let go of physical things and people, mindsets, belief systems that are no longer serving you. Spirit is saying it's time to detoxify your life. So I feel like a lot of you right now, you are cleaning house. And the way you're cleaning house is for the collective is it starts internally. What have I been holding on to that's been holding me back from receiving what I've been asking for? And which is going to shift a lot of you your perspective. A lot of you are going to start seeing the things that you've been holding on to, the mistakes that you made, or the lessons you had to go through. You're going to be starting understanding the bigger picture, which is going to shift a lot of you subconsciously to focus on the positive. And I do feel like I said this before on one of my posts I did this past week, is that a lot of us, the masks are coming on how we take care of ourselves. This full moon eclipse is not only just showing us, the truth around us and within us, but it's showing us how we take care of ourselves. A lot of us are going to start really seeing that we have been the blockages, we have been the cause of our own demise. And it's due to the fact of our fears, our doubts, you know, not having all the feeling like we don't have control of things. 444 when I say that. So Spirit is showing a lot of us how we have to make ourselves a priority. And part of making ourselves a priority is not on selfish intent. It's about, if I can't take care of myself, how can I take care of everything else around me? Which is going to help a lot of you step into your power, because with this, like I said, a lot of you are in this energy where you're taking your power back from your past. Back from, you know, certain memories and mistakes and emotions that you were giving to. This is why you guys, a lot of you are probably feeling emotionally in charge. A lot of you want to, like I said, the full moon is Scorpio. And also one thing about Scorpio is that sexual tension. A lot of you probably have this sexual tension coming up, but that sexual tension wants to go somewhere. So a lot of you are being told to channel that, you know, those emotions into a positive outlet to help you release what's been holding you back, is what I'm getting. And it's what's funny, this card is randomly just showed to me when I touched the deck. It said, New Moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. So a lot of you are just being told to have faith and trust that the decision and the direction that you're getting pushed to with this eclipse energy is for the betterment of your health, but you're having to step outside of yourself and lighten up. A lot of you are in this energy where you're so worried about what's happening and how it's affecting you and other people, that you're not seeing this is what you asked for. This is the change that you asked for, but you have to release the past, the old, to make room for the new. So what I got here is a lot of you guys could be really in this Five of Swords energy where you're probably having a lot of conflict around you. Like I said, with this coolest energy, with this full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. A lot of you could be getting tested right now, where you are probably having some outside conflicts, or, you know, where your fears and doubts are coming up. Strong solar plex energy. I do feel like a lot of you are purging from the solar plexus. I've been picking that up for a few of you that have been reading, if you do book a reading with me. But the solar plexus is being brought to highlight for a lot of you, because a lot of you are really starting to see how you really gave your power away to others in places and things to define who you feel like you should have been. And I feel like right now, a lot of you are probably going back and forth with yourself about this due to the fact a lot of your insecurities, your fears, and your triggers are coming up. Spirit is bringing this to light for a lot of you to see that you're not your past anymore, to stop letting your past define you, but to also to step into your power, to have confidence in yourself. A lot of you have been running from yourself for so long that this stillness, this, you know, the mask coming off, it's hard for you to face, because it's causing a lot of you to be honest with yourself, because a lot of you, your third eye was closed in the past, with the third eye chakra. It's like a lot of you weren't seeing the bigger picture of everything. A lot of you weren't having the insight that you needed to understand the direction you're trying to go in, or what you want for yourself. And I do feel like it's because a lot of you were doing so much stuff to distract yourself from what you've been feeling, that this full moon is making it catch up to you. It's making you have to realize, it's making you have to sit with yourself. So a lot of you at this time are being told to ground yourself. This energy is so tough and so I don't know about y'all, but I've been sensitive as hell. I've been picking up so many people's energy. It's not even funny. So this is an important time to ground yourself. You know, do some meditation to open up that third eye chakra. Go out in nature. Go by the water if you have heavy water placements. But a lot of you are just really needing to find a way to ground yourself, because it's causing you a lot of mental conflict with the Two of Swords, a lot of indecision, a lot of fearful energy. A lot of you could probably also be having headaches at this time. I feel like a lot of you are going through a big transformation through your mind, mentally, the way you speak to yourself, the way you view things, how the way you try to control certain situations, how the ego has been playing a big part in a lot of things that a lot of you have been trying to plan for yourself, and how it's been causing you not to speak up or speak your truth. A lot of you guys could be seeing fives. A lot of you could be seeing 5s, 2s, and 7s. Like I said, we are in the year 7, so this is a spiritual awakening year, a karmic cycle year that is closing out for a lot of us. But a lot of you, like I said, could be seeing 5s and 2s, which is all about change. And then also 2s are all about balance, because a lot of you are stepping into a new beginning with a new beginning card in the middle of the deck. A lot of you are having to face this past energy so you can step into the new. And the divine is not playing with a lot of you. What's the third eye chakra in reverse, Spirit? Yeah, it's the authority card. A lot of you, like I said, are reflecting on your root chakra, seeing how you were trying to control things from an unbalanced masculine energy is what I'm getting for a lot of you. How you let other people take authority of your life, which is causing you to be kind of conflicted of like, damn, I let these people dictate decisions for me when I really wanted this and I could have had this. That Emperor energy, a lot of you are really healing the masculine side of you right now. And like I said, we have divine feminine energy in all of us. But I feel like a lot of you weren't seeing the unbalanced side of that, you having to be in survival mode so much. So a lot of you are stepping in this energy where you're starting to see how you were trying to survive, and now it's causing you to want to live, is what I'm getting. A lot of you are having to heal this with the Hope card, which is a star card. A wish is coming true. I do feel like this full moon eclipse is clearing out, like I said, a lot of like closing out major cycles, so a lot of you guys can have your wish fulfillments come in. And I do feel like some of you, this is a wish fulfillment that you made in the past that took some time to show up, that took some, a lot of healing to do. A lot of you had to face the past, memories of love. A lot of you had to face the emotional baggage, things that you still carry, so you can receive this wish fulfillment, so you guys can receive this. A lot of you had to go through some healing stages. You had to heal your solar plexus. You had to step in and learn how to own your power, have confidence in yourself, and confidence, and not in a cocky way or in an egotistic way, but confidence of knowing, okay, I can have whatever the fuck I want. Okay, and this is what's coming in for a lot of you. I even tweeted about this, that even though this might feel like a challenging time, what a lot of you don't realize, this month is very positive. This month is going to be very fulfilling for a lot of you. Like I said, this was a lot of you had to go through some spiritual strength and some spiritual lessons. A lot of you had to purge from the heart space, because a lot of you carried a lot of pain, emotional baggage. A lot of you, your heart chakra was closed, so it wasn't able for you guys to receive what is it you've been asking for. A lot of you are now going to be getting the clarity of the direction. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you are going to start stepping into a healthy masculine energy where you're kind of balancing your divine masculine, divine feminine energy. But I feel like right now, this masculine energy, the undeveloped masculine energy a lot of you had, where you guys had to try to provide out of survival. Now you're understanding I can provide in a state of living. I don't have to overwork myself. I don't have to. A lot of you, this was something you had to wait. Timing wasn't on your side in the past, and I feel like a lot of you are starting to understand this. The seeds that you were planting are going to start sprouting up. You guys were in the waiting game, but the waiting game was a part of, a lot of you had to detoxify your life. You had to heal certain things within you. You had to get rid of certain people. You had to leave certain situations. 12-12, when I see that, a lot of you had to step out of your comfort zone. What's the mental conflict, spirit? A lot of you are questioning, like, is my material things coming in? Is my rewards coming in for this? It is. A lot of you fear this reward with material and spiritual prosperity. A lot of you fear this. A lot of you second guess. A lot of you have some doubt. And I do feel like the reason why a lot of you have some doubts and second guessing is because a lot of you are starting to see people for who they are. A lot of you are starting to see the projections people placed on you, which is causing why a lot of you have to being told to cool your emotions. People are probably starting with you for no reason. People are trying to get you to go back to your old ways or trigger you so you can second guess what is it that's coming in for you. And a lot of you, yes, the Ace of Wands here, a new physical beginning, a new fresh start. Like I said, all this energy is closing out major karmic cycles, so a lot of you guys can have this new beginning. But I do, like I said before, with the Seven of Swords, deception and envy, there's people around you, or certain mindsets that you guys are having that you're having to fight. A lot of you are being deceptive to yourself and deceiving yourself of, the things that you truly want from the heart space and the solar plexus. So like I said, the solar plexus is all about your inner strength, your desires, things you want for yourself. The heart space is really where you manifest, is where you're opening, where your wish fulfillment. I feel like a lot of you were starting to see in the past, you were deceiving yourself of those things and saying, I couldn't have them. Others of you, this is people around you that you're probably, or people around you or environments that you're leaving because they're heartbroken, because you are accelerating, you're ascending, and you are going in a new direction with the acceleration of motion and choosing wisely. A lot of you are changing direction, and you're going after things that you want for, and it's causing people around you to show you who they really are. You're seeing the deception, you're seeing the envy that they had, you're seeing how they were trying to self-sabotage you from beginnings. Like I said, a lot of you, this could also be yourself, but this is all being cleared out to make room for the new that a lot of you say you want, which is leading to some ancestor messages. Let's see what your guys' got to say about this. So I do feel like this, like I said, this full moon and this full lunar eclipse is clearing out karmic cycles. A lot of you guys could be leaving karmic cycles in relationships. A lot of you guys could be leaving, you know, jobs. A lot of you, this has to do with your mindset more than anything. You know, your self-limiting beliefs, your old values. You're starting to see that those things were kind of your blockages, is what I'm getting. And like I said, it took time to heal and reflect this, but I do feel a lot of you need to go through these lessons to see where were you blocking yourself from receiving what, like I said, what a lot of you wanted. This is Six of Pentacles. A lot of you are having to work with the divine, but also be open to receiving. Like I said, a lot of you had to really face your unbalanced masculine energy. So what do the ancestors have to say the collective when it comes to this lunar spirit? Yes, you guys are being told with this lunar eclipse is your vulnerability and freedom. So a lot of you are being told your vulnerability, your truth is your freedom out of this cycle. Being honest with yourself, being honest and vulnerable with other people, but understanding vulnerability is not a weakness. I do feel like in the past, a lot of you hid your true self. You hid your true emotions. You hid things that you truly wanted for yourself because you were afraid of the things that you want, like I said. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you know, a lot of the collective was raised of like your vulnerability is your weakness. People play off that. But a lot of people don't realize your vulnerability is actually your strength. That is your truth. That is who you are. So I'm going to read something from the book for you guys. It says, it isn't always easy to put yourself out there, but you are being encouraged to do so now. Drop the shield and barriers that you have put because these walls are preventing the world from seeing your light. And I said this before, a lot of us don't realize our own gifts, but the people that we attract do. And so a lot of us don't realize a lot of people use us for our gifts. And when we succeed what they were trying to use us for, they hate us for it. And it's because we didn't see our light. And when we finally step up and see our light and our power and what we bring to the table to people, we start to see people for who they really are. And that's what Spirit is saying for a lot of you. You guys went through these trials and tribulations with people, places, and things where people probably took advantage of, which would cause you to close yourself off. But you really didn't realize that was your power. That was your gift. That's what's going to help you succeed and get the things that you want. It says your angels and guides is reminding you that you don't need to protect yourself because God can do that for you. And I feel like that's what a lot of you had to realize, is that you don't always have to protect what you're trying to do. You don't always have to defend yourself. You don't always have to prove yourself. You don't always have to get that validation from other people, because you have people behind you and you have to trust in the faith that you're always protected. Whatever you feel vulnerable or unsafe or old habits and patterns will want to kick in, but call in the light of God and surrender your need to protect yourself. When you give angels permission to come in and help you, they will guide you towards freedom, joy, and your highest good. So a lot of you, your biggest lesson with this full moon eclipse that's here in this Mercury retrograde and this Pluto retrograde is teaching a lot of you is that change is inevitable. We are all going to change, elevate, want new things for ourselves, but it's how you involve in this change. And for a lot of you, it's calling you to raise your vibration. It's causing you to ascend to who you're meant to be. And a lot of you are shedding your old skin, but a lot of you had to be receptive to letting the divine, whoever you believe in, or having other people support you in this transition that you're going through in life at this time. Because a lot of you, what's clearing out is making room for aligned people with you, for better friendships, for better romantic relationships, partnerships, business partnerships, your soul family, the people who are meant to help you on this next part of your journey that's going to elevate you and raise you to the next level is what I'm getting for a lot of you, which is bringing new opportunity and changes, because a lot of you are starting to see the power and the intentions that you're starting to see when you have certain intentions for something, that you have the power to co-create that. Now this is, like I said, a lot of you, this is closing out old cycles to make way for new changes, and new opportunities are coming to you. And a lot of you are picking up these downloads. You guys are getting intuitive hints, intuitive messages. You're receiving these messages in your sleep. Your dreams are letting you guys are receiving it in music, signs from the universe. But these, like I said, a lot of you are fighting this at this time, and Spirit is wanting a lot of you to surrender and stop resisting this change and detoxify your life and focus on the positive instead of the negative. And it's funny, I've been saying this to a lot of y'all in my readings. I've been reading for Mercury retrograde, is that a lot of you have been letting what has happened in the past dictate what's happening now. Just because things are slow, things are stagnant, that's where the change happens, when things get slowed down, for you to revisit, readjust, reflect on choices and decisions. You just have to stop shaming yourself, holding on that guilt, beating yourself up. Because at the end of the day, these things, we're here to teach you things, and we're here for you to learn so you can make better choices and decisions. It's to make you better. And I feel like once that mindset changes, I feel like a lot of you are going to start understanding and receiving your manifestations very faster and quickly. But like I said, a lot of you are ascending, a lot of you are elevating to who you're meant to be. And like I said, this full moon eclipse is closing out, and this Pluto retrograde is transforming a lot of you to step into the person, or put you in the right place and position in your life that's going to elevate you to what you want, is what I'm getting for a lot of you. Yeah, a lot of you are going to be getting new connections. A lot of you could be ending certain relationships, friendships, making, changing your environment, that's calling in better connections that are here to elevate you. Like I've been saying, romance and connections. Like I said, in friendship and union, a lot of you are starting to realize home isn't always with bloods. It's home is where you make it, and who you make it with, and who's aligned with you. And I feel like that's what's shaping a lot of you right now. In the collective is what I'm getting, especially you fixed placements. So this is what I got for you guys. I hope this resonated, and I hope you guys take care of yourself, stay hydrated, stay grounded as much as possible, but also acknowledge what you're feeling, so you can feel it, so you can understand where it comes from, and so you can release it. But I do feel like a lot of you will be having some heart-to-heart conversations with people, where it might be some charged conversations, but don't let what those people place on you change the course or direction that you know is best for you, is what I'm getting for a lot of you. So I hope this resonated, y'all. Have a good one.